you won't be disappointed. The new Cruz Coffee Cafe in Scotts Valley. It's the coffee of choice for KSCO Radio.
Hi, my name is Nieves Jauregui, owner of Ariana Roofing. We started our business, it's almost going to be 25 years, and we cover the Monterey Bay. We're a little different. We're the oddball in the industry. We have a roofing license which covers new construction, remodels, re-roofs, and conversions. We also do industrial and commercial buildings. We also carry additional licensings because we do a lot of home improvement for customers. We also carry a painting license, a general contractor's license, and an EPA certification from the federal government for lead removal. It's a one-stop shop type deal. To me, one of the most important things is customer service, and we want to thank our customers that have supported us through thick and thin, that have been with us and have been loyal. If it wouldn't be for you guys and gals, we wouldn't be in business. Our contact, we have a cell number, which is 831-750-7044. Website, which is under arianaroofing.com. And my email directly is Nieves, Nieves, at arianaroofing.com.
Bill Graff here, talking with Alexander Hagan from Etheric Networks. Alex, tell me about your crew.
We have about 45 staff here in the Bay Area, double E, and in RF engineering. I have some top networking guys. We get support from our vendors. We've been doing this for 20 years. We consider ourselves, with all due modesty, very strong on the technical side of the business. And we also like what we do, just like I know you like what you do. We want our customers to be happy all the time. And so it depresses us if our customers are unhappy. You remember back in the big storms, we worked day and night to make sure that service kept running.
How can folks get a hold of Etheric?
I would suggest sending a mail to sales@etheric.net and mention the KSCO special. We'll give them 10% off on their first year on install, on equipment, on service. But we also have a website, and just look up Etheric Networks, and that has information with our phone number, our sales contact information, as well as direct interactivity with the website.
Swamp has divided us. It's time to come together to fight for America as founded. It's the Rob Carson Show.
So the President of the United States and his corrupt Attorney General signed off on an attack on Donald Trump, an ex-president, for the second time. And I'm not going to really include the indictment of Ulysses S. Grant, because he was literally indicted for riding too fast on horseback. So it's always been this forbidden fruit, because it would make us very third world if we just went after ex-leaders that we disagree with after a stolen election so they could never run again, you see. I don't think the founders had that in mind. The positive is that these charges against Donald Trump, we all know, are false. Everyone knows they are patently false and political, considering Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Mike Pence, among others, have had massive amounts, and Barack Obama, massive amounts of classified documents in their possession after leaving office. Only two of the people involved here were president who were able to do that. Barack Obama, I guess Bill Clinton, by the way, protected by precedents. Bill Clinton had classified documents as well. So Clinton, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama. Mike Pence should not have had them. His case was dismissed last week so he could declare his candidacy for president. He will never be the president. So if you have a Mike Pence bumper sticker on your car, if you want to sell the car, I take the sticker off, because it's going to go down in value pretty dramatically. All right? And then, of course, Joe Biden, who was not the president when he started taking classified documents from the Capitol in 1970, classified documents from the Capitol in 1974, 1 year after he got into office. So these faux charges will pale by comparison to what was unveiled yesterday as well, which was one Form 1023 that was told to lawmakers, that was told to lawmakers by a whistleblower, that was written and filled out by an informant, a FBI who was a reliable source. The 1023 was given to the FBI in 2017, and the FBI has done nothing about it since. The FBI has also had Hunter Biden's laptop since 2019, and they have done nothing about it ever since. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are under numerous criminal investigations right now. The FBI has sat on those investigations, and the DOJ literally fired the people in charge of one of the investigations, that of the IRS, with regard to Hunter Biden getting money that was presumably through or for Joe Biden and his family, and in exchange for services rendered. We also have the case that was, and by the way, all those prosecutors, all of the people in charge were fired by the DOJ, not the IRS. So we have a weaponized departments of the federal government. We have a political weaponization going on to prevent Donald Trump from running for president again. Now, here's some of the good news. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about what Joe Biden has received.
I feel like we're winning, and we won some today when everyone feels like we're losing, especially with this indictment of President Trump and this document hoax.
Yes.
But what we read today in the skiff, and I want to let everyone know, after the skiff, and I want to let everyone know, I filed articles of impeachment on Joe Biden's inauguration day exactly for this Burisma pay-to-play schemes.
Yep.
And when he was vice president, we now know through the FD 1023 form that we read today that Joe Biden was paid $5 million,
Yes.
along with Hunter Biden being paid $5 million in order to get Victor Shokin fired so that he would not be investigating Burisma anymore. And Hunter Biden was working very hard to get Burisma to buy a U.S. oil and gas company.
Don't believe me? Here's Joe Biden.
I remember going over convincing our team, or others, to convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee.
Company is still feeling the financial effects of the pandemic. And if you own a restaurant, dental practice, or other small business that persevered through lockdown, a quick phone call to Omega Accounting Solutions can be a game changer. Omega Accounting Solutions is an established, respected accounting firm, helping businesses like yours receive the ERC tax credit. Unlike CPAs and others who may not grasp all the complexities of the ERC, Omega's experts are fully trained to understand ERC qualifications and simplify the application process. Learn in less than 10 minutes if you are a good candidate. Call Omega even if you've applied for other pandemic assistance in the past. If your company employed 5 to 500 employees during the COVID crisis and continue to pay payroll taxes, you may be eligible to receive a refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Running a small business is challenging enough. Trust Omega Accounting Solutions to help claim the tax credits you deserve. Call now 1-800-300-9ERC or online at OmegaTaxCredits.com. The phone number again, 1-800-39-ERC. That's 1-800-300-9372.
It's important.
Hi, this is Manuel Rodriguez from Central Coast Ace Hardware. We're your locally owned hardware store, your neighbors. Looking for anything in particular? Remember, we are here to help every single customer that comes through the door. We are not like the big box stores that they do not want to see you in there. They want your business, they just don't want to see you. We want your business. We are eager to help you, and customer service is number one, and we mean that. So next time you're working around the house or in your house, come by. If we don't have it, please ask us. We can always help you find it, order it, whether it's online or a competitor. We have no problem sending you to a competitor if we think that that's what you're looking for. We have locations in Salinas, Marina, Gilroy, 2 stores in Watsonville and 1 in Freedom. Or go into acehardware.com or our personal website, centralcoastacehardware.com. You can find just about anything you're looking for, even advice. Come by and see us sometime.
Hey folks, we're in Knox Europe, Knox Roofing. We all have been given the Bill of Rights drafted by our forefathers. They give us liberties and freedom basic to our American way of life. Well, Well, I decided to create the Bill of Rights with relation to your home. Your home has basic rights. It has the right to stand there proudly. Your home has the right to be leak-proof, fireproof. Your home has the right to be properly ventilated to avoid musty, trapped air and mold. Your home has the right to be insulated against the elements of heat or cold. Your home has the right to look nice and stand tall and proud. Your home has the right to be protected by warranties and companies willing and able to be there on a moment's notice. Your home has rights against insect and critter invasion. You know, if your home could talk, I'll bet its rights would be violated in some way or another. Here at Knox Roofing, we're here to defend your home's rights. Just give us a call at 461-0634. Okay, thanks, folks.
Hi, registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs here. I've been studying healthy bodies for 35 years. And what I've got to tell you may shock and surprise you, but if you listen up, it may change your life. In a recent article from the journal Nutrition and Cancer, researchers explored the effects that diet can have on genetic expressions of cancer. In another article from the publication PLOS Genetics, scientists found that over 800 genes in patients with type 2 diabetes demonstrated an altered expression the effect of diet and lifestyle factors. This phenomena of genes changing in response to environmental factors is called epigenetics. Epigenetics is basically the science of how we control our own genes. Drug companies were shocked when this genetic flexibility was first discovered back in the 1980s and 1990s. Those were the glory days of pharmaceutical genetic research and what was called the Human Genome Project, an ambitious endeavor to map all the genes that were contained in human DNA. Drug companies were hoping to find genetic causes for illnesses, which they could then leverage into pharmaceuticals that could theoretically control those disease-causing rogue genes. What they were hoping to find was that one gene would do just one thing, but that's not what they found. Instead, they found that we are way more complex than one gene, one thing. One of the most powerful ways for us to affect our genes involves nutrition. This is called nutrigenomics, which can be described as the science of how vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats affect our genes. There's also an important mental component. That means we literally control our genetic destinies via our thoughts. Pharmacist Ben here, urging you to go to kscohealth.com to order Beyond Tangy Tangerine the Here
we go again.
nutritional supplements that I personally use and recommend. You can purchase these premium quality products at wholesale prices online at kscohealth.com. That's kscohealth.com. I'm the pharmacist that believes that staying healthy and strong is not only about medicine, it's about giving your body the raw materials it needs to do its work. Go to kscohealth.com. Make sure you check out the cool videos too at kscohealth.com. That's kscohealth.com.
Joe Biden has always been a punchline. Now he's just a joke. It's the Rob Carson Show.
Loan guarantee. And I got a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to the press conference. I said, no, I said, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. I think it was, 6 hours. I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired.
Yeah, it's a punchline now, or then I should say, Joe Biden actually laughing at getting a prosecutor fired who was investigating a Ukrainian gas company. And he got a pretty good return on their money. They only had to give Hunter Biden and Joe Biden $5 million apiece to get $1 billion in loan guarantees. I would suggest that every way that we are involved in Ukraine right now needs to be looked at critically, including the de facto war with Russia that we're doing right now. Everything has to be suspect. All of this nonsense about the leader of Ukraine coming to our Congress, draping a flag over the podium, and this faux sense of patriotism with regard to Ukraine that none of America caught on to. There were a few people who put up the Ukrainian flag and all that, but that faded pretty fast because it was forced upon us. Nobody ever felt it in their hearts. Nobody ever did, because nobody cares about Ukraine. And now we know why the federal government and the deep state cares so much about them, because they've given $120 billion of our tax money to Ukraine to fight a de facto war with Russia, and they won't give us an itemized list. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Christina Zish is on the phone. She is a Newsmax actor. She works with Bob Sellers. I watch her every single day as she joins us on the Newsmax hotline. Katrina, how are you?
Hi, Rob. I'm great. I'm always happy to be with you.
Well, it is great to have you back on, and this has been such an incredible last couple of years. And as a news anchor, I think that I can't recall a time that has been more important to the future of the country, and also a more tumultuous time in our history. It's got to be, I know what it's like as a talk show host, but as a news anchor every day, they get to see you. Let's talk a little bit about the last couple of years. I don't want your thoughts on what went down yesterday with Joe Biden's 1023 form being exposed, all of the corruption of the Biden family, and Donald Trump being indicted again, this time federally. So let's talk about the last couple of years on the news. Tell me about your experience.
Yeah, really, it has gone from, to use, as we say, politics as usual, which is how we get used to when you're talking about, politics. Yes, they go after each other, but it usually is with some level of respect, and at the end of the day, they still say, okay, we may see things differently, but we're going to get along for the good of the country. It has gone completely haywire. Things have become increasingly polarized, and I think, unfortunately, things have become nasty. Things have become disrespectful. I think things have gone very much against American values, what Americans value in their leaders, which is honesty, transparency, and fundamentally trusting that our elected officials are there for the good of the people. And it seems, especially with this Biden administration and how they are politicizing so many of our branches of the government, that they really are only out for themselves and only out to ensure that no matter what happens, whether it's legal or not, they will retain power over our country. And I feel that we've gone to a scary place. You mentioned as a news anchor, we interview a lot of people on both sides of the aisle. We even have Democrats on our air who just say, this doesn't look good. This feels corrupt. This shouldn't be happening. So why are our borders open? Is there an economic gain to the Democrat Party? Are they just trying to get future voters? There's also, as you were referencing, an ulterior motive. You referenced that with Ukraine when you were discussing President Biden and the gains that he got for his family. The ulterior motives have become dangerous, and in many cases, as we're learning, very likely illegal.
I thought yesterday was, I knew something was going to happen when, everybody thought it was going to happen Monday when there was talk about the 1023 details coming out. And then again on Thursday, we knew something was going to happen. But yesterday, even this, I think, caught a lot of people by surprise. 7 charges using the Espionage Act that could, and will not, by the way, put Donald Trump in prison for 100 years. But it is just so painfully, obviously political, considering the fact that the only way these charges would have happened, and happened on the day that they happened, was at the direction of the President of the United States and his Attorney General.
Yeah, the timing, of course, is a little bit too convenient as we learn more about Joe Biden and what may be going on, what may have happened with his finances and that document, of course, that James Comer has worked so hard to gain access to. And it's sort of one of those bait and switch. It's a distraction. So here's the day that we indict, for the first time in history, a former president of the United States and the frontrunner of a major party in the United States. And also the fact that you have, it's just also, Rob, I always think, if I were watching a movie and this scenario happened, would I say, okay, that would never happen in real life? And I feel like I'm watching one of those movies. But okay, you actually have an American sitting president. His administration is directly going after his biggest competition for the next election. That would never happen in America. Come on.
And then also, And then also you look at the DOJ and the Democrat Party and the deep state and big tech and the big media going after Donald Trump for 7 years. A Durham report that just came out that one of the biggest lies